Welcome to this series where we are taking a look at the 1.8 update for Empyrion Galactic Survival. And we're starting on the bridge of the Pioneer. And in this video, what I want to do is just talk about how to get to Legacy Space. Now, if anyone's not sure what Legacy Space is, if we come to the Galactic map and we've already shown territories, Legacy Space is out there. And if I turn around, you can see it's a long way out from the other territories, which are down in here. You can see all the different colors. And it is a very long, torturous journey. So to be able to move to Legacy Space, you do need to get a lot of resources, especially pentaxid. So what I want to do is just talk a little bit about how you get there. And it does take a little bit of time and patience. And I think this is the reason why, and I'm also going to plead guilty to this as well, that YouTubers tend to skip over this section simply because, well, it's very time consuming and it can be a little bit boring. But I just want to show you guys how you can actually kind of plan a route, because one of the problems with getting to Legacy Space is that because of the short warp range in the vanilla game, because it's only 30 light years, you can't really fly straight towards the Legacy Space. You certainly can't do it in one jump, because I think it's roughly about 250 light years from wherever you would start in this area here. And just to give you an idea, is like you can see I've been kind of actually doing it, and if I press shift and we move down, you can see the kind of wiggly wobbly route that I've done. I think the planet we were on at the end of the last video was right back over here, just close to where, because we were in Krill space. You can see how many jumps I've made already: 29, 28, 23, 26. And you can see it's not exactly a straight route. Now, if I point at the Legacy Space just there, now if you press Control Shift and it won't work with the mouse, what you've got to do is you've got to and then just, whoops, gone too far. If you just press Shift and S, you can come back. So you go forward, and you can see what I've done here is I've just set a waypoint here so that I can gauge how well I'm getting closer to Legacy Space here. And in here somewhere is the Legacy homeworld. But if I jump into the ship, and then if we just move the ship around and you come up here, you can see that the marker I've put now shows 107.9 light years. And this is a way that you can check that you are actually moving towards Legacy Space, because as I say, it's not a direct path. You wibble about, and sometimes you will have to go backwards. And the reason for that is that you can see here at the moment, and this is where you've got to be a little bit careful, because you can look at this and think, well, I've got to a dead end. But what you need, so we got Belzeb pre-alpha. So sometimes you've only got one choice going forward, and you can see that's not necessarily in the direction you can go. But one thing you can do, if you think you're getting to a point where you're getting stuck, because if you get stuck, then you've got to backtrack and go again. And it is possible, but what you can do is if you click on there, and if you right click, you can set a waypoint. And then if what you can do then is start looking for other planets. You do need to be a bit patient with this. See, we can go to there, and it looks like that might be the only option. This is one of the frustrating elements. So we're going to go there. We're going to set another waypoint. 54, 49. We've got 24 that way. But we're actually kind of moving away from the right. We got a planet there. We got a K1, and we accept that one, and then let's move to there. 50. Not that, for some reason that one's not showing. That's 80. That's there. It's 105. We've kind of got ourselves into a little bit of a dead zone. 91, 48, 53. Okay, 51. Now, don't get too disheartened when this happens. Sometimes if you move around a little bit, you can get other planets to appear. Let me just see. See, we got year 48, year 63, year 53, 51, 59, 91. Just going to move out. Let's just, if we can get in a close, because you get a closer focus, sometimes you can find another planet close by, but like we might be in, that's the planet we're going to, and it looks like we may be in a dead end here. I'm going to remove that and back again. Go back to this one. Right, what I'm going to do is just remove these and head back to where we were, because the approach I've been using is just traveling and seeing how things go. So I think we're just going to cancel that one as well. Then we're going to get back to here. And we do need to get to there. I am wondering whether if we... Yeah, I do think that maybe we've got a dead branch that way. So I'm wondering if we go that way, but you can see it's going to be a little bit of a backward step. Actually, that's 32, but that's 26. So I'm just wondering if we can go to Trier Alpha. We're going to lock that target and we're going to travel there. If I can find it. So what I'm going to do is do a couple of jumps just to demonstrate how it goes. But the other thing I also want to do in this video is, because what you may need to do is stop the supplies, especially if you've kind of embarked on this without a big supply of pentaxid. You will go through a lot of pentaxid trying to get to legacy space, and I say it can prove a little bit frustrating. The ship's not being 100% cooperative as well. So go to Tyria Alpha and we'll see if we can get there. And another thing I also want to do in this video, in fact we might do it when we get to Tyria Alpha, is every time I've done this before, I've just done exactly what we're doing now. I've stocked up on a vast amount of pentaxid and then just worked my way through space to get to the legacy space. But what we'll do is we'll just see if we've got, I can't remember offhand now what we were, but I'm just going to see if we can. There were 121.1. I think we've actually kind of moved slightly away, but that's the way it is. Now we're just going to take a look at the planetary system, because one thing I've never done here is actually stopped off on any of these planets on the way through, just to see what they are. They've got temperate swamp, and I've got absolutely no idea whether anyone actually occupies any of these planets. Got an alien planet there, a large alien planet, a world of deep. Maybe we're visit. That's who contains gases only passable through ultraviolet rays. We got a temperate swamp, arid medium. I'm just kind of I like the idea of that maybe we can go visit one of these systems. As I say, I've got absolutely no idea who to expect. So I think that's what we're going to do, guys. Anyway, so we're going to do the usual routine of decoupling the purple baron. See, I did a little bit of a sloppy docking because I was trying to rush it. I'm a little bit short of time today. I'm recording this on a Sunday morning and I've got to do some family obligations today, which means that I need to get this done edited and ready to be released before we go for the family obligations. Anyway, I'll be right back once I've actually transferred the SVs. Here we are. The SVs have been transferred. I can't remember if I set a tag for. I'm quite interested in this large alien planet, so I think we'll go here first. So, whoops. Here. And then maybe if there's nothing there, we'll move around to the temperate planet or the temperate swamp. Anyway, we're going to go to the thing, just make sure thrusters are on, better put the shields on just in case. Now, I've got absolutely no idea what type of reception we're going to get on this planet. In fact, I've got no idea what type of opposition we're going to reach. So, here we go. So here we are. We got some host in here. Of course, because it's red doesn't necessarily mean that they are who they are say they are. That's level 1. That's level 1. That's level 1. We've got magnesium, cobalt, neodymium, sathium, and titanium. So that is probably not a good system to be able to thing, but we're just going to check out and see who this actually is. I mean, it could be Xerax. Got a new POI try. You got Albatross. Okay. I don't particularly want to just go blasting at them. And again, maybe obviously they're hostile to us, so. Right, but it looks as though it's a bit of a freighter, so we're going to head for the planet then and see what's going on. Obviously that is an enemy, but there's no guarantee that that might, just because there's a pretty inoffensive freighter in the area doesn't necessarily mean that we've got here. In fact, let's have a look at what we've got. So we're going to, so what we'll do is we'll just break through the atmosphere and see what's down on the planet itself and see what type of POIs are here. Right, the inertia dampers on. We've got ourselves another explorer token. Well, obviously loads and loads of resources. Now there's a very good chance there won't be any POIs or anything here. I kind of would like really to see maybe possibly have an encounter with the Legacy themselves. Then we're moving towards Legacy space. Wow. This is a seriously big planet. We got 15 pentaxid. Of course, that's what we'd be really looking for. Semestrum, 12 promethium, got magnesium, cobalt, copper, iron, and carbon. Just have a little bit of a fly around and see what we can find. Right, we've got a small pentaxid deposit. I am going to drop down and pick up the pentaxid. So it looks like it's going to be in the side of a hill, so. And of course we've got trees. I could take the opportunity just kind of take down some trees. So we're just going to. We're not exactly flat. This is one of the problems with these types of planets is if you've got a really big ship, finding somewhere to land can be a little bit tricky. We're just, I think that's reasonably flat. Now the actual temperature range is quite mild, so I don't really need the EVA boost on as well. I'll just pick up some crops as well, just to keep the flow going. This is an indication of how long it's taken me. In fact, if you are interested, my progress so far towards the legacy space is taking about an hour and a half of gameplay to travel about 125 light years, and a lot of that was being taken up with just spending a lot of time trying to find a route that will actually get me to legacy space. Because I did have one blind run where I went out to a planet and then had, or system, not planet, sorry, and I had to backtrack because there was no way forward. So we now got 22 explorer tokens, and that's something that you do need to be aware of. That there are blind alleys out there. Right. Okay. The VA boost off. Obviously, I've got them. The armor's in reasonable condition. We got here armor boost. I think we'll put a jetpack boost on just for the fun of it, and then we're going to need to make sure, because this is a very large planet, so we'll take the miner. Again, we've got 34 water, fridge. I'll take the Empyrion route just in case, and the spike mushrooms. We're like about 19 veggie burgers as well. We've got emergency rations should we need it, and I think that's about it. If we get into trouble, we'll just have to cut and run. Food up. Oops. Turn the power on. Maybe we need to just top up the supplies actually in the ship itself. General supplies. And we'll do the same with the fuel. Use up some of these small ones. And the pentaxid, maybe. And I think I've got the. Want to check? Yeah, I've got the mobile drill as well. I think we'll use the. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to very quickly drill out the pentaxid from here, and I'll be right back. Right, I'm just going to level off. I'm not really able to. We're just going to. What I'm going to do is very quickly finish off here. We've got some high level radiation, which is not helpful. Yeah, sometimes with things like pentaxid, oops, it's easier to. Well, we can put this directly into the constructor actually. Oops, no. Well, just because we're still in range of the. We'll just pick up the rest of this raw. Sometimes with some ores, I think pentaxid and promethium are the worst ones. If you want to get everything, sometimes you just got to finish up the last. See, it still says that there's some pentaxid down here, but I can't see it, which is a little bit of a pain in the neck. You can see where I've over drilled. Yeah, I've got absolutely no idea where that pentaxid is, but that's okay. And we come here, go to the miner. See, we've got 109, and I'm just going to put some stone in there because I've used up a lot of stone just messing about. I'm just going to have a look around because we've got the reduced range of the scanner on here. But what we're going to do is head over to that question mark and see if there's anything over here, over there. What I've done is I've flown out to another marker. We got a crashed capital vessel here. Ooh. I haven't got a core with me. That's unfortunate. Now, this one, it would certainly be worth looting. As you can see, it's got the large thruster on the back of it. But I think I'm going to leave it, guys, because I just don't want to be distracted by this. You can see how far we've come from here, and our ship is up there. We come right down across the planet. So it shows that there are resources here that have a possibility that you can pick up. But I must admit, I would really like if it was possible to encounter some legacy bases here, because if for no other reason, legacy bases are very tough, and also it's quite important to stock up with a lot of pentaxid and fuel, because even gathering resources in legacy space can be interesting. So what you want to do is go in with lots of resources, and especially the resources to make ammunition. So probably what I would like to do is stock up on some logs as well, so that we got plenty of nitrocellulose. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and check these two here. We got one here, which, right, we got an engine compartment. That's nothing. That's just an emergency survival base. What are we doing? Well, we're kind of moving back in the right direction towards where our ship is over there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to make my way back towards the our ship, and then we'll possibly move on to somewhere else. Here we are. We're back at the Purple Baron. It's going to be obviously we've got visitors, but they're probably just creatures. What we've got to do now is try and get in with relation to the turret sticking down, and also the terrain. So we're just going to have to squeeze in here. Just a little bit further. So I'm not going to turn the power off. Just going to turn the thrusters off. Also, we got quite a lot of locals that are arriving, and you can see I've on the way back I've got a little bit more pentaxid and some magnesium as well. So shove that into there. And you can see we've got nearly 5,000 pentaxid. So my main concern is the logs, because once we get into legacy space, we're going to probably use up a lot of ammunition. And I think just to wind the video up, we're going to get back in, and we're going to move to possibly the temperate planet and see through the food. Yeah, not the minor. Purple Baron. Just eat another veggie burger, or meat burger, that is. I'm living on burgers. Something my wife would not approve of. Put the thrusters back on, get up into space, and I'll see you once we get in space. So here we are, we're in space, and we're got the medium temperate swamp. What should we go for? Life bearing. This is they're all easy, but that's a large. This is a medium. We got over here arid. No, I think we're going to go. This is just the alien planet. I think I'll prefer some good visibility, so I think we'll go here. What we got out here? Barren metal. Visit, but what I'm more interested in is picking up some trees if possible. And like we have to head towards the planet. This could be a little bit risky. So yeah, got it. So it looks like there's a lot of wreckage here. It looks like we've actually got a pirate as well operating in this system. what we got here: iron, silicon, magnesium, cobalt, sathium, zirconium, and titanium. The zirconium could be useful, but at the same time, we're not here. So there's a level 2 out here. Now that could be bad news. We got something over there which could be worth exploring. Right, so what we're going to do is just head for the planet again as usual. Let's see what we can meet. Essentially in front of us. So I've got a feeling that that is definitely a pirate vessel. Yeah. In fact, even a lot of movement in this system, which is, I'm just curious. I'm pretty sure this will be wreckage. Looks like we might have Xerax and pirates in this system, which is interesting because, I say, if you're traveling to legacy space and you've got to make these stop-offs, and if you want to do something that's a bit interesting, then maybe that is an option you can look at. It's also, there's a possibility we might actually find a base down on the planet. Anyway, there's a... Right, we found a colonial freighter. Gonna get here. Got absolutely no. So you are getting a mix of ship types here. So where's the colonial freighter then? Show it to us. There's the colonial freighter. See, again, because it's a red dot, it doesn't necessarily mean it's hostile. Right, we got a Zirconium asteroid here. I'm a bit tempted, but at the same time, Zirconium is what you could call a building element. It's not something, as far as I know, it's something that you would use from an ammunition perspective. Anyway, what we're going to do is just put down on the planet here and see how we go. Right, we found another explorer token. We found a temperate planet. Just got to find somewhere to actually trade in. This is going to have plenty of trees on, which is what I'm after. Right, we found some deposits. Looks like there might be... Ah, we might have a legacy. Right, so we're going to head in this direction. Looks like we may have a pirate base. Just make sure we've got our shields on. Pirate clan. Yep. So what we'll do is we'll just have a quick fly. Whoops. Getting a bit low. We'll have a flyby here. It's just an outpost. Could be worth taking down just for the fun of it. But I'm in the middle of all this crop. I can see a pale blue marker now. It could be colonist. It could be legacy. And we're in the territory. I think it might be colonist actually. Actually, just have a quick look. See, we don't. Yeah, I don't know. It could be. See, oh no, not colonist, trader. See, there's not a lot of difference between the legacy color and the trader color. But I've got a feeling it's probably going to be a trader. I think we might get a whole trader complex here. I mean, that could be worth checking out. So, what have we got here? Got a defense. So these are just defense units. Oh, okay, so we're in trader space here. Okay. I don't think we're going to trade much in that direction, but it looks like there might be something over there. I mean, it'd be good to find a trade station that's actually got some good trading possibilities on it. I'm just going to keep flying for the moment. Okay, guys, I've found a abandoned mine here. So there's some more ordinary POIs in this area as well, and we've got trader hydroponics. I don't ever recall visiting some trader hydroponics. So we're just going to drop down here. Land. And turn the thrusters off. And we'll just go and say hello. This planet's should have oxygen on it. Yeah, it's breathable. Okay, from that point of view. Oops. That might be a problem. We may have to go in the rear entrance. So I won't be able to get back to the ship when we're in the long grass. Well, we got a few rocks as well. Yeah. And I think if we can jump up here, we might find it. Go over the wall here. Of course, it's going to tell us that we're going to upset them if we spray them. So this, I think this actually reminds me of a farm. Yeah, I've been into this POI, but I don't think it was called a trader at the time. There is an agricultural guy here if you need other supplies. Of course, we got the guys here. Raid the fridge if you want to cause some trouble. Welcome. I think the main trading block is just round here. Yeah, we will get veggie guy. Fertilizer liquors, platinum bars. We're in range of the purple barrel because I think I've still got some platinum bars that we could. Managed to get all the platinum bars in. And offload some. What do you take? 800. Yeah, okay. 51. I could have done the whole. Well, we've got rid of some of our platinum bars. We could. Trumpet greens, liquors. I don't think I've got anything else that's in the rarity capability. That's in the wrong place. I should really move that somewhere. I'll do it now while I'm thinking about it because I'll probably end up looking for it. Small arms locker because we brought the plasma blaster and the ammo as well. I think that is about it from a trade perspective. So we made a bit of cash, we just can't. So I don't think there's anything else here. What we've got to do now is find the back of the ship that I can get in because you can see the crazy angle that I've landed on. We should be able to get into the rear of the ship here. Yeah, look at that. Thank you, game. So head back up to. I don't have enough time to get into taking your base down, but I think I've got enough time to do a little bit more exploration. And so just take the ship with us. Jump in there. Thrusters on. Right, there's a couple of things over here which we'll go take a look at, and then that will be it for the video. Let me just... Okay, welcome back. I've found a couple of targets that are worth investigating. We got one here which is a level 1 pirate base, so we're just gonna have a little bit of a swing by here. We got a crashed DSC back there. We got an outpost Nina. I've got a feeling we've already done an outpost Nina, but what's more interesting is down here, because I've got a... If I show you on the map here, these are actually admin cores. So I wonder if this definitely has something to do with the legacy. So we're going to go down and check these out and see what we can get. Now, legacy bases can be pretty tough if you do encounter one, but if they are legacy bases, they're a good kind of practice for what will be. But they are legacy bases. It's good practice for... I get an idea there. No, this is just Traders Guild again. Sorry, guys. I'm getting your hopes up. Right, we've got a trader shuttle hub here, and we've also got another hydroponics. So we could probably sell some. We can. Well, again, it's finding some level ground to be able to put the ship down on. That looks a little bit level, but then I thought that last time. So we're just gonna come here, and we just... I think just to finish off, we'll go and check out this trader. I think this time I will take the miner with me, because I'm a little bit suspicious of the terrain here. So we're just gonna... And one of the downsides of this... Hey. Come on, get out. So one of the downsides of this capital vessel, one of the downsides of the Purple Baron is the fact you've only got the kind of the one entrance at the front. If you can't get back in there, life can be a bit interesting. Okay, so we're here. Turn the thrusters off. Oops, that phone tells me I've landed a little bit too close. So right, we've got here 4 diamonds, technical artifacts, coolant, leather, spare parts. I don't think we got anything in that perspective. Again, this is a fairly familiar POI. Oh, I thought that might be a... It's not. Okay. Yeah, this is I think it's a variation of a pretty old POI. It's been reworked slightly. Because, well, I'll talk about it as we go around. So we go into here. This is the, we could say, another residential area here. And quite often when you used to loot these, you could come out here and grab stuff, which you still can if you go to war with the traders. And then what you would do in other times would come here. And back in the early days of Alpha, this base used to be a real lifesaver, because what you had is you could actually use the constructors here to be able to get stuff, because you could actually connect to the cargo boxes. And I say it used to be a real lifesaver when you were playing in alpha. In fact, it was always one of the early bases that you could loot. And so we're not really seeing a lot in the way of traders. We sick waste there. Nope. Have a look round. I mean, there were more loot centers as opposed to locations you could trade. Can I access? Okay, it's all locked. Have a quick look up here, just see out of curiosity, see if it's all still the same as before. Probably say, oh no. I think this is where you could get down. Here's where the core was. Thing up here. There's a guy in the corner, but I don't think they're just chilling out, doing their thing. Now it's just find me way out. I think that's it. That's just there. Don't think there's anything else here. So it's just walk around. I say it's a variation on a very old POI. So we'll just get back into here. So this is where, so the gap between the territories and legacy space is the place where old POIs go to die. I can't remember this bit up here, but I'm not seeing anything up here either. The teleporter isn't active. Guys here. Rivals, yep. I like those nice little touches. Oh well. So I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. We've already done a outpost Nina, I'm pretty sure. What I'll do off camera is I'll explore the rest of the planet and see what we can find, because we've got, and see whether there's anything else worth. So we've got a couple of outpost Ninas. See what else we can find. I might pick up some Promethium off camera as well. Then in the next part, we possibly, actually, sorry about this. I don't think there's anything else worth exploring. So in the next part, what we'll do is we'll carry on our journey to legacy space. In fact, if I can find enough time, what I might do is move right through to legacy space. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.